Hi, welcome back to my channel Tech Trivia. I'm Siddharth. Today we are going to learn three things: assignment rule, auto response rule, and WebToLead. There is one common thing in these three functionalities, and that is all these functionalities you can use either lead object or case object. We are going to study a use case and going to implement all these three functionalities for lead object. I would advise later you can also implement all these three things for case object your own. So let's start with assignment rule first. Now, as it sounds, it is used to assign the ownership of a lead or a case record. And potentially you can assign a lead or a case to either a user or a queue. Leads and cases play major role in marketing and support respectively. For a business, it is essential to follow on a lead and convert it to an opportunity. And for cases, we all know there is an SLA that most of the companies follow. So support engineer needs to make sure the issue has been resolved within the timeline. Therefore, it is very much important to assign lead and case to the right person at first place. So the further process can easily be done within the timeline. A lead can be created in your org by various channels. So let's assume your company has marketing team established at different locations. So multiple marketing users are creating lead uh, by logging in their account. There is also an Apex email handler that understands the email content sent to a generic marketing email address and process that email data into a lead, or a website user submits the data using web to lead form that you have placed on your website. So this is how lead can arrive in your system by different ways. So now this is important to assign the lead to the right department or the right person at first place. So it can be followed up on a timely manner and eventually can be converted into an opportunity. Using assignment rule, you can assign the ownership to a user or a queue. Now, what is a queue? Queue is basically collection of users. Now let's understand when to use a queue versus user. So let's assume you've got 10 people working in your marketing team and they all have different uh, levels of experience, different skill set, and so the work efficiency is also different for all of them. So in this case, you are not very sure about who is available to work on the next incoming lead, and you don't want to even keep assigning the records to a person who has a lot of other leads to look after, and other marketing executive is just free, have no lead to work on. In this situation, to assign leads equally in a round robin fashion may not be the best solution. So instead, what you do is you create a queue, you add those 10 people who are responsible to work on leads into that queue, and then you keep assigning incoming leads to the queue. And as and when the user gets free from their existing work, they just pick the lead from the queue and start working on. So it's like you really want to process the leads in FIFO basis, first in, first out. So this will be the best approach to assign all incoming leads to a queue. So now let's talk about the business requirements that Genwat is raising up to you. So Genwat is using two marketing teams, direct marketing and channel marketing. Now Genwat wants to ensure all of the leads where the country is United States or USA, should get assigned to the direct marketing team. And those leads where country is India should get assigned to the channel marketing team. And leads with any other country should get assigned to the admin user so that admin can review the data and assign it to the correct queue. So we are going to create two queues, direct marketing and channel marketing. And then we are going to add an assignment rule with two entries. And the entries we're going to create which assign leads to respective queue based on the country. So without any further delays, let's log in Salesforce and implement the solutions. So after logging in Salesforce, at top right corner, click on the gear icon and hit setup. In quick find, search for queue and click on queues. Click on the new button to create a new queue. Label should be direct marketing. You can also set queue email if you want to use a generic email for the group of people. Right now, we want to keep it blank, and you need to choose lead from the available objects to the selected objects. So select lead and click on add. Now queue member, select yourself and then click save. Again, click on the new button and the label should be channel marketing, and in the supported objects list, select lead and click on add to add in selected objects section. And in queue member, add yourself and click on the save. So we created two different queues, and you are added as a queue member so that we are going to learn how a queue member can accept the lead before start working on it. All right, now next thing is we're going to create an assignment rule. So left hand side, search for assignment. Oops, that's typo. And then click on lead assignment rules. Now you notice probably there is the one already added that is active as well. We are going to create another one. So click on the new. Rule name should be assignment by countries. Also check the active checkbox and save it. So what will happen when you check the active checkbox? It will deactivate the other active rule. So in this case, you see the one that we created is active and the standard rule which was active is now deactivated. So you can only have one active rule for lead and one active rule for case at a time. All right, now we want to add entries. So click on the rule name and then there is a related list rule entries. Click on the new button. All right, so the sort order should be 1 because we want to execute this entry first. And in step Two, you can choose a criteria by using these drop downs, or you can also use a formula if you choose the second option. In our case, we can simply build it by those drop downs. So set as a criteria met. In the field, select lead country. In operator, select equals. In value, just type United States. And in the second row, again select lead country equals USA. Now click on add filter logic link just below that the criteria table, and you notice it says 1 and 2, so change it to or 1 or 2. And in step 3, select Q and click on the lookup icon, choose direct marketing, click on save in new. Sort order will be 2. In the criteria, click on the field drop down, select lead country, choose equals operator and type India. In step 3, select Q and click on the lookup icon and select channel marketing. Click on save in new. Sort order 3. And this time I want to keep the criteria blank because for any other country, we want to assign the record to the admin user. So in step 3, keep user selected and click on the lookup icon and select admin user and then click on the save. So now we have got an active assignment rule with 3 entries. The first entry checks if the country is either United States or USA. The records are going to be assigned to direct marketing queue. If the country is India, in that case, the records are going to be assigned to the channel marketing. And for any other country than these two, the leads are going to be assigned to the admin user. Now let's test our assignment rule. Click on the app launcher and select marketing. And then click on leads tab. Click on the new button to create a new lead. Make sure to fill out all required fields. So I'm gonna call Sandeep Sharma. Company is Envision Inc. And if you scroll down, there is a country field. Make sure to add USA or United States. Now, if you scroll up and see, the lead owner is me because I'm creating it. But what I'm expecting is after saving this record, it will be updated. Check the checkbox in the footer that says assign using active assignment rule and click on save. And to verify the lead owner, click on the details tab and you notice it said direct marketing. All right. Click on edit, scroll down, change the country to India. Check the checkbox in the footer of this pop-up and then click save. And you notice the lead owner is now channel marketing. And if you use any other country, so let's click on edit once again and just use Canada as country. Check the checkbox, save, and now you notice the admin user is the owner of the lead. All right, so it's working. So now let's talk about the auto response rule and web to lead. So before we talk about what is an auto response rule, let's understand what is web to lead. So the web to lead is a feature that allows you to collect data from your website visitor. So there will be an HTML form which you can place on your website, like contact us form. And when a web visitor submits the data in your Salesforce org, a lead is created. So that is all it does. Now, what is an ideal end user experience? So whenever a web visitor submits the data, you should display a thank you page and send an acknowledgement email saying that we received your inquiry. Our team is working on that and probably will get back to you in 42 hours. So the acknowledgement email can be sent from Salesforce using auto response rule. So basically, the auto response rule sends email notification whenever a lead is created or submitted from web to lead form. So let's create a web to lead form and add an auto response rule to verify the functionalities. So once again, log back in Salesforce and at top right corner, click on the gear icon, hit setup, and then search for web 2, and there is an option web to lead under marketing. Click on web to lead. There is a button create web to lead form. Let's click on that. And now you notice there is a section that allows you to choose the fields that you want to add on the form. We want to add country, so select country and then click on the add arrow to add in the form. Return URL. So ideally it should be the thank you page, but as we don't have any thank you page, we don't want to create the one. So we are gonna type my company's website address. So www.arithonsoftware.com, and we don't want to include the captcha, so uncheck the checkbox, and that is it. Click on the generate button, and you see it generates HTML code for you. You just need to hand it over to the webmaster who is maintaining your company's website. For now, we're just gonna copy on a text editor. So open Notepad or Sublime, and then just paste the code. Everything looks good. Save it. All right. You give a name. I'm gonna give it to web to lead and append dot HTML extension. And I'm gonna save it on the desktop so I can easily access it. Save it and close. And then click on finished. Great. Now next is we are going to add an auto response rule. So in setup, in the quick find, just type auto response and there is an option underneath of marketing lead auto response rules. Click on that and then click on the new button. Rule name will be GenWatt auto responder Make sure it is active. Click on the save. All right, now we want to add entries. So click on the rule name, new. If you notice, the options for auto response rule entries are quite similar to the assignment rule entries. So sort order 1, criteria will be lead country equals United States or lead country equals USA. Click on add filter logic and replace and with or. Step 3, now you need to type an email address and the name that should appear in the form. So I'm gonna say, so in the name, just type direct marketing team, and in the email address, you type your own email address. And in step number 4, click on the email template and select marketing product inquiry response. Click on the save and then click on the new, sort order to, lead country equals India. The name will be channel marketing team. Use the same email address. And then click on the email template lookup icon and choose marketing column product inquiry response. Click on save and new. Sort order 3. Leave the criteria blank and then you can call it as global marketing team. Use the same email address and the same email template by clicking on that lookup icon. That is it. So we created an auto response rule, and so in all these 3 entries, we are sending the same email content, but we are tweaking the from name. So for the first entry, we are sending it from direct marketing team. For second entry, we are sending it from channel marketing team. And for the last entry, we are sending the email from global marketing team. All right, make sure it is active. Now let's quickly verify the functionalities. Hey, wait a minute. Are you finding this video helpful? If so, then please like it and share it with as many people as you can. If you have any suggestions, add your comments. And if you are new to the channel, please hit the subscribe button and also click the bell icon to get notified for my all upcoming videos. In order to verify the auto response rule, we need to submit the lead from the WebToLead form, which we just created a while ago. You need to open the webtolead.html file in the browser. So you can use right click and then there is an option open with, choose Google Chrome browser. Once the form gets open, fill out your information. In email, make sure you give your a valid email address. In address, you just need to give the country. So I'm going to use United States because last time I just used USA. So let's check for United States this time. All right, so what we are expecting once we submit the data, one, you will be redirected on the arathonsoftware.com page. Two, a lead will be created in Salesforce. Three, because I'm using United States as a country, the lead should get assigned to the direct marketing queue. And four, there is an email I'm going to receive from the direct marketing team. Let's verify all these four results. All right, great. So I'm redirected on arathonsoftware.com, the website page. Now let's go back in Salesforce and check if the lead is created or not. Click on the leads tab and in that view drop down, select today's leads and I'll see Rohitza. Let me open that and you notice when you click on the details, the lead owner is the direct marketing queue. Let me quickly check my inbox whether I have received an email from Salesforce. So let me do a quick recap of what we have learned today. So we implemented assignment rule, an auto response rule, and WebToLead functionalities for lead object. So assignment rule is used to set the ownership on lead or case to a user or a queue. WebToLead is a feature that generates HTML code which you place on your website and can eventually capture data whenever your website visitor submits the data. And the auto response rule sends email notification whenever the data is submitted by the WebToLead form. All right, that is it for today. If you are enjoying the content, then please hit the like button and share this video with others. If you are new to this channel, then kindly subscribe to it and hit the bell icon to get notified for my upcoming videos. And if you have any suggestions, then please drop your comment on this video. So that is it for now. Thank you very much. I'll see you next week with the new learning topic.